Shocking upset. Eala and Kichenok knocked out by Tween sensations Tjen and Piter at Guangzhou Open. The sun was just beginning to set over Guangzhou, painting the sky in shades of fiery orange and gold as the crowd buzzed with excitement. The Guangzhou Open had already seen its share of drama, but what was about to unfold on court 3 would send shockwaves through the tennis world. The seasoned duo of Eala and Eala Kichenok, known for their poise, precision, and partnership, were the clear favorites to cruise past the young wild-card team. Tjen and Piter, 2 teenage sensations barely out of their school uniforms. No one expected what happened next. The buildup, the calm before the storm. Eala, the 20-year-old Filipina tennis prodigy, had been in stellar form, riding a wave of victories from her recent doubles campaigns. She entered Guangzhou confident, determined, and with a quiet fire in her eyes. Partner with the experienced Ukrainian, Eala Kichenok, a double specialist known for her strategic brilliance. The pair had been almost untouchable. Their chemistry was electric. Eala's youthful energy perfectly complemented Kichenok's tactical mastery. Together, they had defeated top seeds, crushed unseeded hopefuls, and captured the hearts of fans across Asia. Meanwhile, on the other side of the draw, Tjen and Piter were barely known outside of junior circuits. Hailing from Indonesia and Poland respectively, they were both 16, wide-eyed, and full of audacious dreams. Most fans saw them as future stars, not current threats. But youth has its own magic, a blend of fearlessness, unpredictability, and the hunger to prove something to the world. And that night in Guangzhou, magic struck. The match begins, experience versus youth. The first set began as expected. Eala and Kichenok broke early, showing off their trademark consistency. Kichenok's volleys were sharp, Eala's cross-court angles brutal. Within minutes, they were up 3-0, looking as dominant as ever. But then, something shifted. The teens, though initially overwhelmed, began to adapt. Tjen, with her lightning-quick reflexes, started returning serves that seemed impossible to reach. Piter, standing firm at the net, began dictating play with fearless aggression. The crowd, sensing the change, grew louder. At 3-1, Tjen hit a screaming forehand winner down the line. At 3-2, Piter saved 3 break points with gutsy volleys. By 3-3, the atmosphere was electric. Eala frowned, sensing momentum slipping. Kichenok motioned for calm, but their rhythm had faltered. Meanwhile, Tjen and Piter were dancing between points, smiling, laughing, and high-fiving as if they were playing a school tournament, not facing professionals ranked hundreds of places above them. When Tjen broke Eala's serve to go up 5-4, the stadium erupted. The impossible was starting to look probable. Moments later, a lob from Piter sealed the set 6-4. The teens led. The crowd went wild. And the veterans suddenly looked human. The turning point, pressure mounts. Between sets, Eala sat still, eyes closed, breathing deeply. Her coach's voice echoed in her mind. Stay patient. Stay smart. But patience is hard when momentum slips like sand through your fingers. The second set started with renewed focus. Eala unleashed her powerful forehand. Kichenok steadied the ship, and soon they were up 2-0 again. Yet, just like before, the teenagers refused a break. Every time Eala and Kichenok gained control, Tjen and Piter answered with breathtaking flair. A drop shot here, a baseline rocket there. It was fearless tennis at its purest. At 3-2, the crowd began chanting Tjen's name. Her confidence grew with every point. Piter followed with a wicked backhand volley that stunned even Kichenok. The game went to deuce 7 times before the teens broke, serve once more. It was now 3-3, and the veterans were shaking their heads. The crowd turns, from expectation to awe. What started as polite applause for the underdogs turned into full-blown support. The crowd wanted history. They wanted to see something no one would forget. Tjen's backhand return screamed down the line for a winner. The fans leapt to their feet. Piter hit an ace to save breakpoint. The roars shook the stands. And then came the rally, the one that would define the match. A 36-shot exchange that had every element of drama. Lobs, smashes, slices, volleys, and pure heart. Eala lunged, stretched, fought. Kichenok dove to save match point. But Tjen, with nerves of steel, ended it with a forehand that clipped the line by inches. The umpires call. Game. Set match. Tjen and Piter. 6-4, 7-5. Silence. Then chaos. The crowd exploded as the teenagers collapsed the court, crying, laughing, embracing. They had just defeated one of the most respected teams in the draw. Postmatch. Grace and defeat. For Eala and Kichenok, the loss stung deeply. Eala walked to the net, forcing a smile, and hugged both players. Her voice cracked slightly as she said, "You two are going to go far. Don't stop believing." Kichenok, ever professional, offered a handshake and a nod. The disappointment in her eyes was clear, but there was also admiration. She had seen it before, the rise of the next generation. Later in the press conference, Eala reflected with her usual maturity. They played incredible tennis. We tried everything. But sometimes the game belongs to those who dare. I remember being their age, dreaming of moments like this. It hurts now, but I'm proud of them. Her words struck a chord. It was a reminder that tennis isn't just about winning. It's about the stories, the connections, the passing of the torch. The aftershock, a new era begins. Within hours, social media erupted. Hashtag Tjen and Piter trended worldwide. Clips of their fearless play flooded TikTok and Twitter. Headlines called it the Guangzhou miracle. Tennis legends weighed in. Billie Jean King tweeted, "The future is bright. What courage from these young women. Congratulations, Tjen and Piter." Meanwhile, fans of Eala rallied behind her, sending messages of encouragement. They knew this wasn't the end. It was just another chapter in her journey. For Tjen and Piter, the victory was life-changing. Overnight, the legacy of a match. In years to come, the 2025 Guangzhou Open will be remembered not for who won the title, but for this match, the night when two teenagers rewrote the script. It symbolized everything beautiful about sport, the unpredictability, the passion, the generational shift. It wasn't just a win. It was a message to the world. Dreams don't wait for permission. For Eala, it was a humbling reminder of her own journey, a mirror of her past when she, too, stunned older players with sheer belief. For Tjen and Piter, it was a launch pad, a moment that would define their careers. Epilogue. The fire burns on. Weeks later, Eala posted on Instagram, "Losses teach you more than wins ever could. Proud of how we fought and proud of the next generation for stepping up. Guangzhou, you've been special. I'll be back." Her post was flooded with love and support, a testament to her character. Meanwhile, Tjen and Piter received wild cards to the next WTA 250 event, where fans greeted them as heroes. The tennis world, as it always does, moved forward, but something had changed. A spark had been lit, and somewhere in the heart of Guangzhou, under the same floodlights where the miracle happened, a new generation of players watched and whispered to themselves, "If they can do it, maybe I can too." Thank you for watching. Please don't forget to hit the subscribe button, like, and share. Till next time.